Yeah, so see actually is there. So Maven invoker and Maven integration, these two plugins we need to download. Invoker and integration. So this one is the integration and the next one is the Maven invoker, these two. So we'll install it. Now we'll do the same step. Go to the manage Jenkins, go to the global tool configuration, and if you able to see, so we have something called Maven. Click on add Maven, and here you need to give the Maven directory. So this directory we need to give, right? So we don't need to install because we already had installed, right? So we just move it. Okay. Control X, Control V, and this is the path for your. I will go here. Go $M2. We don't need to give bin. We need to give home, right? To home. M2 home, right? Click on apply. If you are performing any error also, so here only it will tell you, like while configurations only it will tell. That is the best part of Jenkins, because it used to poll your jobs whenever you used to put anything on the Jenkins from the background. Right now, what we'll do? So we had configured Maven, we had configured Git. These two plugins we had configured, right? So now we'll try to do something with the help of Maven. So we now will create one Maven job. So in that Maven job, we will be integrating Git. So how to create your job? Go to the new item, write Maven job, or anything you can give here. So see here, as you had configured your Maven. Now earlier we were getting only this freestyle project, right? So now we have something called Maven project. So this is got configured. So build a Maven project. Jenkins takes advantage of your POM files and drastically reduces the configurations, right? So just click here and click on OK. Now give some descriptions. So see, now under the source code management we have something called Git, right? So Git. So if you so here you can give credentials also. Suppose you had installed anything on the Git, and that is the private. So here we don't need to give any credentials, so I will show in the later how to configure credentials. So nothing, just you need to click and you need to just configure your Git credentials. So as of now my projects are in the public, right? So if you will see here, so it is the publicly available. There is no secrets. It is the publicly available, right? So only the thing is that you need to give the repository URL. So the which URL? This URL actually, which job you want to perform. So just click on. So basically, this is my deployment package, right? So I will grab this URL and I will give it here to give, and so branches to build. So we are doing it from the master, right? So it will take from the master and it will build any more thing. Build triggers, snapshots we are not doing. Yeah, so under now under the build, so it has directly taken this form.xml. Now goals and options you need to give. So there are many. So it's a Maven's specific, I can say. So goal we will be giving here clean install package. This is the goal we need to give, clean install package. And yeah, we are good to go. Click on apply, click on save. Now click on build now. So it is building your job. So if you want to see all the, so first time it generally used to take time, right? So these are the steps, and this used to install several things also. So that's why it used to take time. So in in that folder we have a test case also written, like in that complete deployment package. So test cases and all are also written. So basically it has executed all the test and zero failures are there, right? Test cases are also there in that deployment package. So complete. So that deployment package is actually a very advanced deployment package, I can say, like which consists of all the industry standards. Apart from uh, certificates, we had not configured there because we don't have any certificates, right, as of now. So this is the success job, right? So if you will come here into the main console of the Jenkins. So if you will go to the Maven job, so by default Jenkins has created the workspace also. This workspace Jenkins has created for you. In that workspace you have all your files, basically what you had on the GitHub, right? So you have this these all files. So basically that job is success, and how to actually how to see that. So as of now what we did, we had we did a successful integration from the GitHub to Jenkins now. So basically if I will go into that diagram, so I will go into this diagram. So here we had successfully integrated our Git to Jenkins. So basically when we are clicking on the build now, so our Jenkins is successfully able to pick all the deployment package from the Git. That's why we got these all deployment package on our Jenkins server, right? So these are the contents of your Git. So successfully we got these all in our Jenkins server, right? Now the next step what we need to do, So for more information, I can say, like where Jenkins and all used to store their logs workspace. So just go to this file cd where lib Jenkins workspace. So here, if you will go, so here you will be getting your job, right? Job information. So this my job, this was the first job what we did. So if you will go here in the my job, so this is the first job, right? This is the first job what we had, what we did, and this is the second job, Maven job. If you will go into the Maven job, you will get your all the files, form.xml, server, web apps. So under the web apps, you have your web content, right? So we had successfully created this pipeline. This pipeline we had successfully created. Git to Jenkins. Now what we need to do, we will need one more server, and on that server we will be installing a Tomcat, and after that we'll be configuring it to the Jenkins, right? So basically we will integrating our deployment server to the Jenkins. We'll do so. For that we need one more instance. So up to here, any sorts of confusion, let me know, so that we will be on the same page. Any confusion up to here? So any sort of misunderstanding or anything what we did here till now? Anyone? Okay.
No, nothing from my side.
Okay. So we'll install one more instance. On that, basically, that will be our deployment server. On that, basically, we will be configuring all the Tomcats and all, right? Just select it. Add storage. Drag. Recruit. All traffic. Launch. This is the Tomcat, and this is the deployment server, right? So now we'll log in into this, and we'll change the color. Now basically we'll install Tomcat, guys. So, and first we'll change the color. So to download Tomcat, uh, we'll go to the Tomcat official website. So this is the official website for Tomcat, and we'll go with the Tomcat 8, and we'll grab this URL, copy link it, go to it. Yeah, again we'll be downloading it inside the OPT, cd opt ls. Now we have something, right? Duplicate, download Tomcat net. Will remove it because we need. Yeah. Now we have this, right? So now we'll untar it, untar and unzip it. So, and again, all the steps I had written here, guys. No need to worry for that. How to install Tomcat, these all things I had written. So we had installed. We had. Now we will untar tar xvzf. Now we'll again we'll move this content to very odd name, right? Apache Tomcat 8.5 like that. So we'll move it content from this to simply Tomcat, right? So if we will go inside the Tomcat. So when you used to install Tomcat, so these are the free things what Tomcat used to give you, right? So if you will go into the bin, cd bin, so here you have some script file. So if you will list, so this is a startup.sh. This file is so we will be not configuring that soft link set that soft link will not be configuring. So that also you can do. If you will configure that soft link, then it will work with your command, something called uh, systemctl start systemctl tomcat, but will not do that, right? What is the error? Neither the Java home nor the JRE home environment variable is defined. Okay, okay. So I think Tomcat needs Java. So first we'll install Java here also, right? Same step we'll do because Tomcat needs Java. And I had written the steps for that also, like how can you basically configure your, and again that is easy. You can get it from the web also, like how to configure that service file, something called service file dot service file. You need to configure for that. And we had installed Java. Now we'll set the home for the Java. So we'll go to the same place, vim dot, what was the path, bash profile, right? First we'll grab what happened. Now we'll vim dot hash profile. Same step we'll do here. Java. Oh, shit. Click I. Now Java home equals to we had copied or not? No, we had not copied. So we'll do Q and copy this complete path, and again we'll come there. We'll write Java on I, write Java home equals, and we'll include it here. Dollar Java home, right? So we are done. Now, okay, first we'll exit it. We'll relog in sudo su minus, and now we'll echo dollar Java home. Yeah, it's set now. Now we'll again go to the ctopt tomcat ls, go into the bin, and now we'll try to start up a server. Startup.sh. Yeah, started now. So we'll look, go to the instance, grab the IP. So for your information, like Tomcat runs on your port 8080. So this is the home page for the Tomcat. But what we want like our Git. So basically Jenkins, we want Jenkins to install something on this Tomcat. So basically we need to configure this user also, right? If you are aware of Tomcat, so basically in Tomcat you need to create, so manage, basically this is 404 access denied, right? So uh, to overcome this situation, we need to go a place called context.xml, and we need to do some changes. So if I will go in, as of now, if I will go into the, so first we'll find like where is this context.xml, right? So this is the command for that. We'll find context.xml where it is basically. So somewhere Tomcat Web Apps Host Manager Meta INF. So basically these two paths we need to change. So I will go here when, if you will see here, so under the value class name, so only the local host is allowed, right? But we are not accessing it from the local host, we are accessing it from the EC2 instance. So we'll just comment it out. So how to do that? Just comment it. Right, we had commented it out. Now we'll save WQ. The same thing we'll do for the our other file also. This is the other file. Same thing we'll do here also. And again, this is more specific to your Tomcat. If you know Tomcat, then write WQ. Now we'll, and again, so one thing also, you know, right? Whenever we used to do any configuration changes, so we need to again restart it, right? ls /shutdown.sh. So it got stopped. Now we'll restart as startup.sh. We'll restart it. Tomcat restarted. Now we'll try to access. Now it is asking for a username and passwords, right? So now we'll configure. So as of now, we don't have any user, right? So we'll configure 2 users basically, and we'll give some deployment privilege to them. Again, these all are specific to your Tomcat. So I have the script for that to create the user. So this is the basically this is the JMX script and all is there for creation of user and all. So we need to edit this file tomcat user.xml, that file, and this will be under your conf directory. So just go to the ls, just get out from this. Now just go to the conf, and inside the conf you have a tomcat users.xml, right? So just change it. Tomcat users.xml and just add these users. Control C. And if I do vim tomcat users.xml, so just add, that's it. Just be very careful while doing this all, because if something will happen, then your tomcat will not work. In that case, copy it, add it, save it, and so basically we had given this user called tomcat and the password is a s3cret. So with this, basically it has the, this user we had given the access to manage GUI, right? Manager GUI role I had given to this user. Now basically this user can log into the graphical user interface of the tomcat. So I will try to log in with this information, and again we need to restart the server also, right? So ls cd pin ls dot slash shutdown.sh dot slash startup.sh. Right, it got restarted. Now we'll try to look it up. So click on manager app, click on top right tomcat and just keep this password. Okay, so what was the password? Control C tomcat. So this user has access now to basically this is the place where this used to give you the UI views of your managing of the server. So there is something called servlet in the Java, and again, Java guys knows more than from me, right? So this is the place, and again we had created one more user, right, to deploy basically. So if you will go here, so basically I had created one more user called deployer. So basically this user uh, I had given the permission called manager script. So basically all the deployment and all this user can manage, right? So that's what we why we had given, because we need to configure these all settings under the Jenkins. So we'll go into the, so we had configured this, we had configured our deployment server. So deployment server is our Tomcat. Now we'll be integrating it through the Jenkins. So just go to the Jenkins, go to the dashboard. So one plugin basically we need to deploy to container. This is a plugin, guys, which is there in the Jenkins, and this is not specific to your this is not specific to your Tomcat actually. This like this plugin will help you for your all web applications like Nginx. I will show you that. Go to the manage Jenkins, manage plugins, deploy to container. This one is the plugin we need to install, deploy to container. So it will, yeah, it got installed now. Now we'll go to the Jenkins again. So we had configured, so we had installed the deployment plugins also into the Jenkins. Now we'll create a job, new item. So here you can give Tomcat install, like that, anything you can give, and just we are taking from the Maven. So just click Maven, click OK, and now configure Maven Tomcat deployment, right? So under the Git, again we need to keep path, because we want to install this, right? We want to deploy this actually onto the Apache Tomcat. So this is the way we need to take it from the master. Build, again we will be giving this clean install package. And yeah, so after creation of the build, so post build action. So as soon as the build has been created, now what need to do with that, right? So we have deploy, see this we are getting, right? Deploy war ER to a container. This we are getting because we had installed that plugin, deploy to container, right? Click here, and so here we need to add container. So inside the add container you have these many a web server. So you have a JBoss, you have a Glassfish, you have a Tomcat. So this is the Tomcat 8 version, right? If you remember, we had installed Tomcat 8. Click on this Tomcat 8, and var er files. Basically, here you need to specify. So suppose if you don't know the path, and basically you will be giving this global. This will search actually inside this repository, right? This repository what we had configured. So wherever inside this repository, wherever it will find the var file, it will deploy that. So basically this we will give here, and credentials now we will give, because we had created a deployer user, right? Jenkins, give user name as a deployer. Password also is a deployer. Give anything. Description, deploy web app, or anything you can. Right. Click on add. Now click on this. And now here you need to give your server URL. So this is my server URL. This is my server URL, and we are good to go. Apply, save, click on build now. And you can see the logs also. Yeah. Now it got successfully deployed, right? So if you will go to this web application, web app, and just you write app, I guess. So this is the content, right? So if you will go here inside the web app, so basically this is the content of your index.jsp, right? And we are seeing here the contents. So basically what has been done here, I will brief you. This Jenkins has taken all the contents from Git, and it has deployed it to the server, right? That Apache web server, it has deployed it, and what all the plugins we need for that we had seen, right? And now what we try to, so basically here what we are doing here, basically anyway we are not going to the server, like we are not going to the like Apache server, just we are clicking the build, right? So if you will go here, and suppose again if anybody do some changes onto the GitHub, so again you need to install this job, right? Because this job is completely pipelined. So if I if I will do some if I will do some modification, so in that case I need to just rebuild, I need to just run this job, right? I need to run this job basically. every time, but we want to automate it. So how can we do that? Go to manage Jenkins. No, we will go to the configure, and there is a something called build triggers. So this is the place for the automation. So there are lots of things. GitHub hook trigger for Git SCM polling, build periodically, build after one projects are built, trigger build remotely. So there are lots of things, but we will configure poll SCM, right? Because this is a very easy configuration you can do. So here basically you need to give the cron job. So I will give just 5 star, 3, 4, 5. So it will pop up also. Do you really mean every minute when you say this? So basically, this will run each and every minute, right? This job will run each and every minute. So if I will save, we had not applied, right? We need to apply first. Go to configure. Go to the build triggers and apply. Now click on save. As soon as you had saved, so it will try to rerun once after 1 minute. And basically uh, it will so the Jenkins is very smart, like it will not run as is. So if it will find some changes, right, if it will find some changes, after that only it will run. So for that what we'll do some changes. So I will modify some contents, right? I will modify some contents into the into that file like index.jsp, and we'll try to like uh, we'll try to send that file to the GitHub repo, and after 1 minute we'll try to see like either our changes is getting affected or not. So we'll duplicate it to user, and now so first we'll git clone that repo, will clone it here. So we'll clone this repo. Yes, cd ls cd web app plus cd src plus cd main plus cd web app. Yeah, nano index.jsp will remove these contents. deploying simply for Tomcat. So we had removed this, we had changed this content. Now we'll save it, right? So some steps for the git add git status modified, right? Git commit -m modified, right? Now git push, yes, we are doing correct. Origin master. 977. Oh, yeah. So we had pushed onto the GitHub. I will rephrase it. So I will get some commit. This changes is reflected, right? 1 minute ago. Now we'll see like our that job has been rebuilt after 1 minute because we have changes, right? We did some changes. I will be sending you one more link, guys. Just yeah, see, this got triggered, right? By default, after 1 minute, it got triggered. Now it will try to rebuild, and yeah, it got successful. Now if I will, yeah, see, deploying simply for Tomcat. This is the complete the like for the industrial use case, I can say. And let me, okay, so it will be, this link will be expired, and just I will share one more link. We'll connect for just 5 to 10 minutes there, and we'll take your questions basically. I'm sending that link to you all. Just give me a minute.